Hello, this is Jose from LUOVITA, and today I'm going to talk about how to shift your focus to who you are and what you want out of life. So, whether you're seeking to make a change in your life or merely want to improve your present situations, there are many ways on how to shift your focus to who you are and what you want out of life. So, one of the most powerful techniques is to identify your values and then begin to focus on those. It is possible to achieve the life you want by recognizing your strengths, setting goals, and manifesting your desires. So I'm going to outline some steps to shift your focus. First thing is focus on yourself. So self-awareness is critical for success. No one else cares about your personal life as much as you do. Embrace the risk and listen to your inner voice. Focus on who you want to be in life and make a plan to achieve it. So when people talk about success, they often think about others, while in reality this is not really the case, Developing this self-awareness and nurturing a positive self-image is vital to your overall well-being. So by actively, seeking pleasure, you will be more content and resilient. So this practice will help you set healthy boundaries with people in your life. You will also be more likely to focus on others if you are content and self-aware and happy with yourself. So this self-care will help you stay fit and healthier and be happier at the end. So also, by focusing on yourself, you can avoid these feelings of negativity and boost your mental health. This is very important. You should also try new things and find, for example, new hobbies or something for your personal satisfaction. You will never know what it's like unless you try it, You will be really glad you did this because time passes and at the end it's your life. If, for example, you've been depressed, it's likely that you're not alone, There are more people. Some people feel debilitating anxiety and depression, and it's often hard to find a way out. However, you must begin, for example, to focus on yourself first. Without this, you may face more intense episodes of depression, for example. And in this case, focus on getting enough rest, eating healthy, exercising, meditating is very important, and spending quality time with your friends and family. So, when focus on yourself, you focus on who you are and what you want out of life, of course. But by focus on yourself, you will also be able to achieve the goals you have set for yourself. So this mindset will also help you avoid getting stuck in your life's challenges. It will help also to identify new opportunities in your life that you miss otherwise, Identifying your values is the next very important step. It helps you define who you are and what you want from life. So when you know, for example, your values, you can live by those values instead of following your emotions, for example. It can help you make decisions and clear up clutter that can bog down your life. And let's talk about physical clutter also, of course. If you want to improve your life and feel better about yourself, identify your values and live by them. Identifying your values can help you make important decisions sometimes. All the time, almost. Including choosing a career, for example. If you are, for example, a successful entrepreneur, for example, like I think myself, you may value determination and achievements. Likewise, if you're an activist, you may value your compassion and justice. So identifying your values can give you more confidence in choosing, for example, a career. Knowing your values may help you make some decisions, avoid making these mistakes. Your core values are often different from those of others. They often come from different sources and might change as you grow and learn. So once you identify your core values, try to group them into groups of 5 to 8. Once you have listed these values, you can then write this down and resume for each of them and use that for your guide and your behavior. So identifying your values is really a worthwhile exercise. You can do this in several ways, but it is important to do this deep inner work. The key is to make sure your values align with your goals and dreams. So go ahead and define your core values. You will really thank yourself. So these rewards are endless, sometimes. You will be more aware of your decisions and as a result, and the next step, well, I talked about it already, but it's setting goals. So the practice of setting goals is really beneficial for us, for our performance, for our life. By setting challenging goals, you stretch yourself mentally and get more work done. You'll also develop this winning mindset by achieving your goals. So setting specific goals that are challenging and specific can improve and will improve your performance. We are going to some tips to set these goals. So when you set goals, you will need to contemplate what you truly want. You need to decide on what you're striving for. What's that dream? Income or a dream home, for example. Then break that down into smaller attainable goals. Setting these goals helps you motivated and keeping free from this procrastination. We all are affected by this. So, which means you'll be more focused on achieving these goals. So this is essential for living the best life possible. And don't despair. It really requires some work. Setting goals requires deep analysis of your values and the current situation in that you are. But this process will reveal how you view your future and who you really are. And once you understood what matters most to you, set a specific goal based on that. Whether you choose, for example, to achieve it by writing down on a piece of paper or in a journal, a diary, this process will really help you develop new habits, and this will retrain your mind. So achieving these measurable goals will help you evaluate also this progress. A measurable goal will help you to adjust your goal early if necessary, and then if necessary meet it or change it. A goal that is measurable will motivate you to achieve it and will help you identify when you achieve it. So after you set this measurable goal, you can write them in a column based on importance. Make sure you're able to achieve them with a specific time frame that you set for yourself. What you can do afterwards is this manifesting. So the first step in manifesting is to trust and release these resentments. It is also important to have foresight and awareness. For example, negative energy and toxic people can prevent you sometimes from manifestation. Identify really what you want and why. Then align your energy with action. Take these small steps and be patient. You will manifest that desire in time. And we are going to some ways to do this. You can create environmental signals, for example, to remind yourself of the goals you want. This can be simple as such post-its somewhere on the fridge or reminders on your computer. You can also create accountability partners. So you create or meet accountability partners who are people outside, for example, sometimes of our immediate circle. And if you feel that self-doubt is holding you back, consider finding someone else who can help you move this. So you must always remember that this universe is responsive to energy. This energy that we put out, it will respond to the energy in order to manifest what we desire. But be careful, you must take action. Without action, it doesn't work. So if you focus on manifesting the things you want, you must ensure that you stay high vibrational and positive. Your feelings will be a sign of the outcome you're creating, for example. If you are stuck, for example, in a low environmental vibrational state, in something negative, you must change your mindset first. If not, it doesn't work. I know it's not easy, but it's not impossible, of course. And with practice, this process will become like a second nature. Just remember that you must believe in your desire in order to attract it. By understanding yourself and the law of attraction, you will be able to manifest whatever you desire. But don't forget to take action. By focusing on the things you want in life, you will have more success and manifest what you want out of life. Another way that, another time-consuming thing is this social media interaction. There are many benefits of limiting your time on social media. It not only frees you up more time, but also lowers the chances of loneliness and depression. I know it's counterintuitive, but social media is called social for a reason. You're likely to be surrounded by countless people, but the focus of these profiles and people are on themselves. You may not even be aware of it, but because you are so immersed in filters and captions, but it could take 3 or 4 weeks to feel these benefits of limiting your time in social media. One way to limit your time on social media is to block, for example, the apps you may use the most. Then, or for example, limit them to 20 minutes a day or 5 minutes each hour, something. You can also create a schedule for yourself and combine these limits and schedules. For example, a lockdown agenda is also a great option, but you need really to stick to it. So limiting time on social media is, I know, easier said than done, but you will feel better after a week or 2. By limiting your time on this social media, you can also make sure that you're avoiding a certain type of content. For example, if you're constantly reading posts and sharing information, this may be a problem. Try to avoid using these sites for at least 2 weeks, or until you've gotten rid of your addiction, or some part of it. It is an effective tool for marketing, but it can also lead to loneliness. And if you're not sure what kind of motivation you have, consider listening to a podcast or reading lifestyle blogs or watching these videos or listen to them. They will help you learn the best way to effectively manage your social media presence. So by following these steps, you will soon notice some difference in how much time you spend on social media. And if you need help, check out the description. There are a lot of links, resources that are really created to help you. And I would really appreciate if you give me some comments and share, like. You can also show it to some friends. And it's important that these are useful content. It's important that you just identify yourself with this. And this is our life, so we must make the most of it. So a big thank you for being there, and I will create more awesome content. So stay tuned. Thank you and take care.